Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late this morning. I was actually just finishing off another blog post and I got stuck into it and I just forgot the time, so sorry about that. But I'm here now. So today I'm going to be reading another question from one of my fans and helping by answering that question and giving my tips and based on the experience that I have had treating these skin conditions. So for those that are new to this blog and to my live videos, my name is Jana. I'm a qualified beauty therapist, educator, trainer, and blogger. I also write for other people. So I do a little bit of ghost writing. So, and my business or my speciality is the beauty business. I'm passionate about skin. I'm passionate about helping people improve their skin. And so this is what I do. It's my hobby. It's what I love, what I'm passionate about. So hope you enjoyed today's podcast. Now, the live video. I am working on podcasts, so there you go. There was a bit of a preview there. So today I'm going to read a question and then answer that question for one of my readers. So let me just bring that up. Okay. Let's see. Question. So this question was sent in by a lady. I'll just change her name. Let's say her name is Belinda, just to protect her privacy. Okay, she says, hi, I came across your page on my newsfeed and I absolutely love what you post, your photos and your blog. Thank you. I love how passionate you are about your skincare. I have only recently started to really care for my skin in the past year, getting monthly facials and using good products. That's fantastic. I bet your skin is seeing some really good results there too, Belinda. I was wanting to know whether you own a salon and do facial treatments at all. I used to have beauty salons back in the 90s. Since then, I've gone on to do coaching and training and sales. So unfortunately, I don't have a salon anymore. But in my capacity as a trainer and coach, I do facials every week still. So, but that's in training professionals how to do it. So unfortunately, no, I'm sorry, I don't have one. But I should be able to recommend somebody you can go and see. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'd love to also get some advice on the best facial treatments for breakouts, comedones, and sensitive skin. I tend to get breakouts in the forehead, the comedones in the forehead and nose area, and sensitivity in the cheeks area. I have a pretty clear, smooth complexion and hardly ever get pimples. I do get blackheads. I have tried lactic acid peels and recently microdermabrasion. I'm not sure if microdermabrasion is appropriate for my skin. Thanks in advance. Thank you so much, Belinda, for sending that question in. I love questions. So if you do have a question, send it in and I might answer your question live on Saturday. Okay, so let's address firstly tips about breakouts, comedone, sensitive skin. So let me address sensitive skin first because this affects the way we then go about treating blackheads and breakouts as well. We may need to tweak it in order to be able to treat breakouts and blackheads on a sensitive skin, because sometimes treatments used to get rid of blackheads and comedones can use AHAs, BHAs, and sometimes they're not suited for sensitive skin. So Belinda, if I had the opportunity to speak to you, I would ask you, the sensitive skin you have, you said you had around the nose and the cheeks. Is it just red? So does it redden easily with touch or with heat? Or do you actually have a true sensitive skin where you also feel stinging, burning, itching, maybe the skin's flaking as well? Now, this will help me determine the course of treatment. If your skin is just red, so there could be damaged capillaries in the area, then you should be okay to go ahead and use products that use salicylic acid, for example, or glycolic acid to help to exfoliate and break down the comedones, the clogging and the blackheads. However, for a cuperose skin, microdermabrasion is not always a really good idea Maybe a light microdermabrasion might be okay, but you really need to do a good microdermabrasion in order to get rid of blackheads. And because microdermabrasion is a physical exfoliating treatment, it's not really suited for fragile capillaries. Hey Rachel, sorry, I'm just take a moment because I just saw a question pop up. I've been trying to look for those. Hey Rachel, nice for you to join me. Now, let me see what you asked. How do you choose a skincare brand for you? There is so many types and I don't want to make a mistake due to the price of these products. Thanks. Let's see if there is anything else. Okay. Thank you, Rachel. I will come back to that question at the end. Okay, so I'll continue now with the microdermabrasion for sensitive skin. So if it's just cuperos, I probably wouldn't use microdermabrasion. I tend to then offer more peels to the clients. A peel would be more appropriate for that type of skin because peels are not physically abrasive, they don't affect the cuperos, and they can really give you a lovely exfoliating action on the skin and decongesting and clogging for the blackheads. So the peels that I would look for comedones and blackheads would be a blend of glycolic salicylic, because glycolic exfoliates, removes the blockages on the surface, and salicylic acid gets deep down to decongest and break up the blackheads that are within the follicles. So that might be more appropriate than microdermabrasion for you. So why don't you ask about the peels that the salons have? Most salons do offer peels now, and do ask for a blend AHA, BHA peel. That might be much better for you. Now let's get back to your sensitive skin. If, however, you have a sensitive skin where you get itching, burning, stinging, you've got an allergic skin, then neither microdermabrasion nor peels would be appropriate for you. We would need to correct the sensitivity in your skin first in order for you to be then go ahead and go and do these more advanced treatments. So sensitive skin is usually caused by damage to the skin in the past. If you've used inappropriate products, you stripped your skin, you overused harsh products on your skin. So we would need to first eliminate that, bring you back on a good skincare routine, and do a desensitizing program. So this is where we help to rebuild that skin. We rebuild the barrier so it's nice and intact, the skin is strong, it's got a good strong immunity, and it's well hydrated, and it's renewing itself at a really good rate. So you want really a good, healthy, hydrated, strong skin. So that we will do a desensitizing program. There are spot treatments you might be able to use whilst you're on a desensitizing program to take care of the blackheads. But we would possibly lean more towards enzymes, because enzymes can be used on sensitive skins, especially if they're biotechnical enzymes, so they've been developed for sensitive skin. So you might be able to treat your sensitive skin as well as then start tackling those comedones and blackheads as well. So if you've got more sensitive skin, I'd choose more enzymes. There are some gentle enzyme peels you can do in a salon, but I would really check with a therapist because most enzyme peels might be a little bit too strong, even for a sensitive skin. The type of enzymes I'm talking about is home care products or cleansing products that you could use to help to decongest that skin. So we've addressed the sensitive skin, and then to go ahead and treat blackheads. So if you haven't got a sensitive skin and you've got the comedones on the forehead you mentioned and on the nose. So comedones can present in different ways. If it's really spiky and you extract and you actually see the dead cells and sebum come out, then it's a blocked pore. And blocked pores can occur either through wrong product usage. So certain makeup can clog the pores, certain heavy creams could also, particularly the cheaper types. You will find most professional skincare brands where you purchase them from a salon, they're non-comedogenic. They have been designed not to clog the pores, even all the heavier types. So I would lean more towards more professional formulas rather than the cheap formulas you can find in supermarkets and you know, your beauties, what are they called, those beauty warehouses and so on. So opt for something that is recommended and used by professional therapists, because they select the products very carefully to get the results without causing any problems on the skin. So, so if it is clogging, it's very easy to treat. You need to exfoliate regularly, use a good enzyme deep cleanser to decongest and unclog those pores. Make sure you're using a good cleanser that hydrates your skin and removes all the makeup and pollution without stripping the skin, because if you start stripping your skin, those pores will get clogged up. Why? Your skin wants to protect itself, so it'll start pumping more oil, it'll slow down your cellular turnover so that it can build up dead cells. Combination of the dead cells and the oils will then block the pores. So it's really important to be on a good cleanser as well to begin that process of cleansing the skin and decongesting that skin. So good cleanser, regular exfoliation, an enzyme cleanser, and masks are great. Masks are not used as much as they used to be, although I think they're making a bit of a comeback now. But masks are brilliant at pulling out the congestion and clogging out of the skin to absorb excess oils and mop up the dead cells and to deep cleanse the skin. So masks are fantastic. So look for masks that maybe have a little bit of enzymes, kaolin or clay in them to help to absorb the impurities from the skin. And if you use it once or twice a week, you will see some really good results. So there are different ways you can attack clogging and blackheads at home. And then, of course, if your skin is not sensitive, then I would look for a serum that has salicylic acid in it. Salicylic spot treating on blackheads and clogging is fantastic, because it's the only hydroxy acid that gets deep down in the pores and liquefies all the clogging and congestion. So I would choose a salicylic acid-based serum and spot treat every night. And you will see it, they'll start popping out really quickly. Of course, when you mentioned you had congestion on the forehead, I do have a closer look at it, because sometimes congestion or comedones can be misdiagnosed, so it's not actually congestion. If you get bumps on the forehead and they come and go, so there is a clue, they tend to come and go, then it's what I call a rash, a toxic rash. So this is a reaction to something that you're eating and the body's trying to eliminate it through the skin. So how do they look? So sometimes toxic rash can get itchy. They can sometimes look red, so inflammation in the skin around what looks like clogging. So they're tiny little bumps in the skin that look like clogging, but it's actually like a rash. So if it is a toxic rash, we need to address the cause, which is internal, of course. So we need to find out what is it that's causing you to come out in a rash that looks like clogging. Often it could be intolerances to wheat or dairy, could be other things that your body just can't process and it's trying to eliminate through the skin. In that case, if it is a toxic rash, then I would treat it as inflammation and use calming and soothing anti-inflammatory treatments and products on that skin to calm it down. And of course, you need to address the cause, otherwise it'll keep coming back. So you can see how really important it is to get a good assessment of your skin by a professional. You really need an expert who's an expert in skin and has experience identifying different conditions in the skin. Look at your skin to determine what exactly it is, because sometimes things look alike and can be misdiagnosed, and then people like Rachel ask, you end up buying things and wasting lots of money on incorrect skincare that's just not giving you results because you're not buying the right things for your skin. So it is important to make sure that you get a professional. Now, a fully qualified therapist. I'm not talking about beauty consultants. So people who haven't completed a minimal, in Australia, a certificate in beauty therapy, a diploma or dermal therapies, then they don't have, people that hasn't completed that kind of training, they don't have enough knowledge behind them in anatomy, physiology, skin theory, the way the skin works is in analysing skin diseases, disorders, so they can, identify what's happening in your skin. So beauty consultants, they generally have, a couple weeks training in products, and that's about it. There are some great beauty consultants out there, very passionate about what they do, and they do a lot of research, but they don't have the training. So you really need to see somebody who's properly trained in the area. Let's see that I've addressed everything. Okay, so we talked about lactic. Oh, so you did ask about lactic peel that you were using to treat the comedones. See, lactic peel is okay, and maybe they've chosen to go with a lactic peel because it is gentler. So it gives you a mild exfoliating effect. I tend to choose lactic peel if I'm treating more aging in the skin, wrinkles, brightening the skin, even out skin tone, hydrating the skin. So I would choose more lactic peel in that case. If I want to decongest, unclog the skin, I'd go more with a salicylic. And if the skin is really rough, bumpy, and lots of buildup, then I would go with a glycolic. So probably lactic is not appropriate for you. You would be better off with a glycolic salicylic blend if your skin is not sensitive. And microdermabrasion, if you're, well, you said you've got sensitive skin, so it's either cuperose or it's allergic skin. Either of those conditions are not suited for microdermabrasion. So those are my tips for you. Go and see a professional therapist. Look for something that's, identify first what kind of sensitive skin you have. If it's just cuperose, you can go ahead and do a glycolic salicylic peel, and then look for products that you can use at home. Now, you're a beginner. You said you're a beginner. So let's talk about that, because we as beauty therapists, we get very excited and we use lots and lots of products on ourselves because we know they work and we know the combination of products we can use. So if you looked at my morning and nighttime routine, and actually I might do another blog on that, I use dozens of products. For a beginner though, it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially somebody coming brand new into skincare and they only, at the beginning and they're learning on how to use the products. In that case, I usually start slowly and build it up. I think it's best that you use the correct products and then slowly build them up over time. So the minimum I would start off with would be get you on a good cleanser. I do recommend lotions because they're great hydrating treatments and they help to improve the absorption of products. So they're like toners, but professional, non-alcoholic based. And as a cleanse, tone, moisturize, that really basic skincare routine would be the best way to start. Get in the habit of looking after your skin morning and night. You've got to get the groundwork first done. So you've got to get that done first. So morning and night, cleanse, tone, moisturize, and during the day, protect your skin from sun as well. That would be the absolute minimum things you need to do to get yourself started. Now, once you get into a good routine and you consistently cleansing, toning, moisturizing every day, morning and night, and you're using sunscreen every day, then I would step you up to the next step, and that would be exfoliation. So it can be a scrub you can use in the shower. It could be an enzyme for you, specifically Belinda. I would recommend some kind of an enzyme deep cleanser. Again, you can use in the shower. It's nice and easy. Other people may use an exfoliating cream at night. So instead of using their day moisturizer, they use an exfoliating cream overnight and let that work and exfoliate their skin overnight. So I'd add another product to your daily skincare routine that you can either use nightly or once or twice a week to exfoliate your skin. Then I would build it up to the next level of masking. So get in the habit of masking your skin every day. Everybody benefits from a mask. Whether you're dry, aged, pigmentation, open pores, blackheads, clogging, acne, there are so many great masks and they really help to advance the treatments. When you have a facial, you would never dream of having a facial without a mask in it. All facials have masks. Why? Because they give you that instant result and they really help to advance that treatment, give you more dramatic, better results. So I would incorporate a masking routine weekly into your skincare routine. And then we can, build it up the next level again and look at serums to boost your treatment creams every day. So we would look at, for you in Belinda, we would look at a salicylic based serum because that's your main concern is the clogging and the blackheads. And once that clears, then I would probably look at a serum to help to tackle the cuperose or the sensitivity in your skin. So we may do that at the same time or, it really depends on your skin. So start small if you're a beginner and then build it up. When I first started, I didn't want to start small. I had my beauty therapist. I still remember today, the very first time I had a skin analysis, and the beauty therapist, you know, said, okay, these are all the products you need to use, and she took me through on how to use it. And I bought it all because I just wanted to get started now, you know, with everything. So I had the cleanse, tone, moisturize, serum, exfoliant mask. I bought them all at once, and I couldn't wait to get home and unpack it and try it all out. It was just so exciting. So some people like to start, you know, right from the get-go and have everything. Others may need to, especially if you're not a good skincare routine, you need to build it up slowly and get in the routine of looking after your skin. So, Rachel, I'm going to now come back to your question. How do you choose a skin brand for you? There are so many types, and I don't want to make a mistake due to the price of the products. So the first thing I would advise is look for a professional brand. And professional only brands are only available through salons, clinics and spas. If a brand is available for general retail, so basically you can go in and pull it off the shelf and buy it yourself, they generally don't have enough actives or high enough actives to get the results you're after. They might work, but it'll take you longer to get to the result. The reason for this is because they're available for general purchase by consumers, they have to make sure that those products are safe, because people are self-prescribing. They can use a number of different combination of products that could potentially interact and cause problems. So in that case, if it's available for general purpose and people can just pull it off the shelf or buy it online or whatever without a prescription, then you will find that either you'll use the wrong product on your skin and you'll end up, you know, making a mistake and then wasting your money, or you may end up, not getting the results you're after because the percentages or the levels of actives are not high enough in that kind of product. So do go for, I would start with a professional skin analysis by a qualified beauty therapist and have them recommend products for you. I know that sometimes these products can be a bit costly. The reason they are is because they have high level of actives. They're better formulated. They are sold by qualified practitioners, beauty therapists, experts in skin. So it's an investment. You know, your skin is an investment. How you treat your skin today is how it'll reward you down track, you know, in a few years, 10 years, 20 years, that's how your skin will be like. So if you treat your skin well now, you'll reap the rewards down the track. So how to choose? Well, different salons offer different skincare brands, you know, depending on the local market they're looking after. I prefer skincare brands that look after your skin long term as well as delivering results now. So that's my personal preference. Being a European, I love European brands. I love the French brands because I personally like to enjoy using something as well as getting the results. So I can't wait to get home and get in there and cleanse my skin and put my serums and moisturizers, because it feels like I'm at a spa, you know, away. They feel beautiful, they look beautiful, but at the same time delivering results. So look, everybody's got a different preference. Some people prefer products that have no fragrance in them, for example. I couldn't do that. I couldn't live like that. I love beautiful products on the skin. It just make life more enjoyable. But, you know, each to their own. So see our professional beauty therapists, see the products that they're working with, go with a brand that makes sense for you and that they recommend. That's the best advice I can give you at the moment. If you would like any specific recommendations, private message me and we can chat there, okay? Now, if you would like any, more advice, if you have specific questions about your skin, you can join me on my group, the Beauty Business Students Group. I'll post a link below. And if you've got any feedback about, you know, tips and advice that you have from your experience looking after your skin, or if you're a beauty therapist and you would like to talk about the products you have, come and join me on the group and we'll talk about it there. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the live video and I answered some really great questions today. That was a really good session, actually. I really enjoyed it. So I can't wait to see you next Saturday. Join me 8 a.m. live. And until then, have a fabulous week. Take care for now. Bye.